Hey, Nick and Tina. Hang on, I gotta fix everything here. There we go. It looks pretty good. Can you hear me okay? Hi, Riri. Got a little bit of a glare because it's shiny. Let's move that back. There we go. Hi, Diana. Hi, Melody. Dorinda. Let's see. Who else am I missing? Thanks, everybody, popping in. Yeah. We're going to work in one of these books today. One of them. Hi, Dusty. So if you're just joining us for the first time on my live show, I do spend a little time saying good morning to everybody. Hi, Creative Oh, that's Dorinda. Sorry. Same person. Oh, my goodness. That looks pretty good. Hi, Violet. Hi, Kat. So happy hump day, everybody. Dee Dee Sue 3. Hi, Elena. Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday so far. Starting off well. I hear the cat's getting into trouble out there. I got him. Our little chipmunk is back, or one of his descendants. We always get a chipmunk every year. And well, one year we didn't, but we always get these chipmunk comes up to our door. So we feed them sunflower seeds. And this morning, let me get a picture here. Here's a little, I don't know if you'll be able to see him. He's quick, but he's going to. Waiting for the chipmunk. Waiting for the chipmunk. He's going to. There he is. Is he going to come up and get his sunflower? He just kind of bolted across. I don't know if y'all saw him. Here, let me start it over. It's real quick. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. He's going to come from over here to here. And then usually what he does, see the sunflower seeds are right there on the porch, but he didn't come up and get them while I was filming, but he had been there just like 5 minutes before. There he goes, right there. And you see how they got all alert? So, yeah, it's like cat TV. Yes, exactly, Melody. It's cat TV. Look. They're just sitting there waiting. I know, it's so cute. They're so fun. So anyway, yeah, we feed the chipmunk and it gives them something to do, something to watch. Oh. So what's everybody been up to? Good, Dusty. Hi, Kia. Happy hump day, everyone. So I want to work in one of these books, and I have another little project if we have time. I don't know how long I'll take because I don't ever know, depending on how the project progresses. But I don't know which book I'm going to work in yet. Hi, Nancy. So I have a double copy of each one so that you can see finished pages and previous pages. Or, hi, Deb. And you can see pages before they're done. Here, I'll give you an example. Let's do this one's my most filled one. And I did tag Kieron because I always let him know I'm working in his books and making new worlds out of them. So let's see here. Let's see. I took all the tags out because there were too many little tags. Okay, so let's just do this one as an example. This one's already done and varnished, so it is shiny. Hi, Tanya. Let's see. So this is what it started out as right here. This is what the page looked like before I altered it. And then this is what we turned it into. Let me take the glare off. There we go. So this is what we turned it into. Okay, Picola. Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, thanks, Picola. And then let's see. Let's try and find another one that's complete. I got lots of them that are half, well, I don't say half done, but they're in progress. Because I never feel like I have to finish one. I mean, I try to finish them on the stream, but I never feel like I have to complete one when I'm just playing around here. When I'm working on my own. So let's see. Let's move over to this one. Okay, so where is it? This one. Okay, so this is what this one started as. Hi, Painty Girl. Aww. Hi, anybody I missed? Good morning, Mitzi. So this is what this page started as. These are all abandoned places. And then this is what I turned it into. All right, let's see here. This is one of my favorites. I love this one. This one's not as changed as you might think. So here's what it looked like at the beginning, before I fixed it. Oh, thank you, Riri. Thank you for saying hi, Gail. So this is what this one started out as. And this is what I turned it into. So, and again, guys, when I show y'all the process and show you the steps and I show you my products I use and all that, but don't, you get up, if you love abandoned places, you will love Kieron Connolly's books, but, if you like a flower garden or, something else, get you something that you're going to like to work in. Let's see which pages this one is. This one. Okay, so here's what this one started out as. Oh, thanks, Riri. They're fun. I love doing my altered abandoned place collage. Turn them into new worlds. So here's what we turned it into. Let's see. That one's not done. I'm trying to find some of the done ones here. Okay. All right. So here's what this one started out as. And this is what we turned it into. Here's another finished one. I have to see what page, the next page is so I can find it. So here's this page. You've been waiting to ask, what exactly do you use? Golden matte medium. Yes, golden matte medium, Tanya. Yeah, here. This is what I use. Golden matte medium. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I've been doing them for a few years. Probably maybe 3 years. Here, well, this one is done too, but there's not much done to that one. This one's finished. Here. Not, it's not dramatic. This one's not dramatically changed. Let's see. Just show you a few here in case you've not seen me working them or what they start out as. Okay, this one is a good one as an example because I've had people ask me how do I work on pages that have 4 pictures on them. Let me see what was right before this. Sometimes it's hard to find which one. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay, so here's one. This has 4 pictures on it. Let me get a sip of juice, guys. Hi, Teresa. Hey, Mark, Natalie, Patricia. Anybody else I missed? So this one had 4 pictures. And it's a little trickier to make 4 pictures look like one world. Sorry, guys. So this is what it started out as. And this is what we transformed it into. Hi, Molly. Anybody else I missed? Yep, it's humped. Where's Phil? Phil's right here. I forgot Phil. Okay, let's see. The next one. This one didn't change a lot. So this one didn't change a whole lot. Hi, Roesta, or just Ro, I think we decided. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Suze. So let's see. Those are in. Okay, this one's done and varnished, so you can see it's shiny. Eventually, they'll all be varnished. They'll all be varnished eventually, but this is what this one started out as. I like to show a few at the beginning because if you're new or you hadn't seen what we're trying to do here, we're taking the beautiful abandoned places, which I love the books just in and of themselves. But I love creating new worlds out of them. So that one's varnished, so that's why it's shiny there. The next one, okay, so this one. Turn to this one. I've done more in this book, I think, than the others. So we started with this. And turned it into this. And I really, I do all these, pretty much most of them live. There's a couple that I don't have videos for, but most of them I do live. And so it's like we do them on the fly. I don't have them planned. I have a big bucket of collage fodder next to me, but I don't really have any plans. I can look at something and say, well, I think I want something here or there, but I don't plan them out. Let's see. Let's find some. Okay, this one's done. Let me get what was before that one. Okay. Okay, Patricia. So you see the little guy there? So I left him. I left him in the world. Hi, Zeely. Good to see you. Anybody else I might have missed? Hi, Faithful Mess. I'm just going through some of my abandoned pages, showing what they look like before I alter them. So there's this little guy there. So we took this page and turned it into this one, and see the little guy is still there. So that's pretty much all I left in this one. The only thing that's pretty much, he's still there, our little guy. And this one has been varnished too. Hey, Suze. All right, let's see. These are all in progress. Here, this is one of my favorites. Did this one in 2016. I love this one. And it's not as much changed as you'd think. So, it's changed enough. I painted in more water, of course, added the space world. But thanks, guys, for all the thumbs up. Thanks for stopping by on Wednesday, hump day. All right, let's see. What else? This one. started out as this. So if you're just joining us, I'm just showing some of my older finished pages and then saying good morning to everybody, which is what I like to do before we start a show. Hi, Linda. That one. Let's see what else. Okay. Let's get over to this one. So you just build a world. Just build a world, and there's no wrong way to do it. There's no wrong way. You just, build what you can imagine, and don't be afraid to try it. If that's what stops you more than anything is being afraid to do it. You can't be afraid to, I'm going to mess it up. You can't do that. Because you can paint over anything. So don't be afraid to try. Hi, Jersey. Who else is here? Okay, let's keep rolling. This one's kind of cool. This is one of my first ones I think I did. Let's find that here. So this one doesn't have a lot changed other than, getting blacking out all the edges. And then I had these guys were already there. So what I did is have them look down into space. So this one doesn't have a lot. I did put space in the windows, but they're just kind of looking down into space. Hi, Jeanette. Or is that Jeanette? Okay, let's see. So it's nice to have two different ones. This one's still, I'm not quite sure if I'm finished with this one, but let me get over to that. Again, this one, I just painted out the sky and added a little planet here. Left the little people. Let's see. We get to finished ones. This is one of my earliest ones too. Let's get back here. Not a lot changed, but just take this world and turn it into something that you can imagine. You can do it, people. I can't tell you how many people have bought these books because we alter them and make them, renew them. Hi, Kimberly. I hope everybody's doing well. I don't think there's any more finished ones. There's partially ones. So that one is Abandoned Places. And I have so much done in this one, I might do one of these two today. All right. So in my Abandoned Castles, let me move this over here. A couple books, but I've not dared to do. Can't be afraid. Don't be a fearing. Okay, so let's get to something that's complete. I mean, see, I have lots of blacked out backgrounds or blacked out, foregrounds ready to turn into something here. Okay, this one we did at Christmas. This was some trees, Christmas trees and Christmas balls. Let's see, where's that one? Let me get over to it. Where's this one? That's right. What's right before this one? I'm not finding this one. Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Okay, so this is what this one started out as. Hi, Holly D. Hi, Janine, or Jeannie. And then this one was the Christmas one. All right. This one doesn't have as many as it's got a few. Okay, so this one, what came before this one? Okay, the pink. All right, hang on. Let me find it. All right, so this one was a double two pictures as well. So here's what the pictures look like. So there were two pictures to incorporate into one world. So this is what it started out as. And this is what we turned in. There's videos for all these guys. You just have to go look in mixed media, altered books, abandoned books, collage, any of those hashtags. I have playlists. I probably have about, I don't know, maybe 15 playlists. I always forget to count them. I think I have about 15 playlists. So if you want to find collage, abandoned books, mixed media, art journals, color book pages, whatever you want to find, they should be put in a playlist. Hi, Michelle. Okay, thanks. Hi, Teresa. Ann, how y'all doing? Hi, Jeanette Charbonneau. I can't say it. I can do it some days. Some days I can do accents. Some days I can't. Welcome, Jeanette. All right. So let's see. Then the next page, this one is done and varnished. So this is what this one started as. This started as this. And we turned it into this. So we've been working on these for probably about, I don't know, 3 years at least. Probably about 3 years. Let's see. And like I said, there's videos for most all of them. Let's see, I don't think I have any in there. Here's one. Okay. That comes right after that 4-page. Where's this one? Was this a 4? Let's see. Hang on, guys. Let me look. I don't have these tagged or tabbed in the untouched one. I don't have these tabbed. Why can't I find that? Okay, that's page 102. Let's see. Just hadn't gone far enough. Okay, this is what this one looked like. Hi, creative. Oh, I keep saying hi, creative moment. It's Dorinda, and I've already said hi. Oh, thanks, Zeely. Did you practice on scene? Well, yeah, you can. You can practice on anything. You can practice on anything. Yeah, Anne. So that's the fish. So let's see. I want to try to just get through a few here. I haven't picked a page to work on today. I don't know yet what we're going to do. Oh, I like this one too. That was page, let's see, that's page 120. Early modern era. Trying to find this one. Come to Mama. What is it? What's the next page number here? Because I can't have page numbers on every one. Okay, let's look for that one. There we go. Okay, I think it's, here we go. So this is what this one started out as. Thank you, Jersey. Hi, Kim. Yeah, exactly, Pacola. Less intimidating. But, you know, you really, you can't, don't be afraid to try. You know, you're going to have to get your own groove. you know, with it. Let's see, this page is... I'm trying to jump right to them so you don't have to... Okay, this one. Hi, Jacqueline. Hi, other Kim, Tanya. You have to practice, Linda. You have to try. Most people say, I wish I could do that. And I say, well, have you tried? And they go, no. You know, I mean, let's just be honest, you know. That might, maybe I have one. Let's see, do I have one more in here? Okay, this one is still, I'm thinking about. We did a little demo just to show how to start one day, and this is as far as we got. So that one's in progress. And if you want to, all right, let me tell you this. When you first start doing it, what you need to do is first start by getting rid of backgrounds. Whether you white it out, black it out, whatever you know you want to do, get rid of, where's that bridge one? Get rid of your edges and your backgrounds. Oh, where is this one? And then you can start laying out some collage. Start laying out collage. What page is this? Hang on, guys. I got to figure out. 219. Start laying out little bits of collage and just tack them down. Tack them down with a glue stick. Don't glue them. There you go. Pacola has it. It takes passion, practice, patience, and prayer. That's my motto. So this one started out like this, and we just turned it into a full-on circus. And I think that's all in this one. So that's Abandoned Castles. And then the third one, and he's got two more coming out. The next one I think that's coming out that he's edited is Abandoned Sacred Places. Okay, so this is Abandoned Civilisations. I think we might work in this one today. All right, so let's... So, all right, here's an example. You see how I blacked out all the background? Let me see here. Here's one where I started. I'm going to put water down here, so I just threw on some paint down here. Let's see. So, you know, that's how I usually start. I usually start by getting rid of edges. Get rid of edges and backgrounds. Maybe we'll do something on this page. This one's inspiring me today. And it doesn't have to be black. I just like to add a lot of space theme, time theme. So, hi, Janet. Is Mark feeling ornery today? Hi, Mama 4. So I'm just kind of going through, if y'all just got in here, going through some of my abandoned books. And showing how to kind of start. All right, so like here's a door. So can you see how the book is shiny, but you can see where I painted. Now, it doesn't bother me to have some shiny and some matte while I'm working. The golden matte medium, this is going to make, I use this for my glue, it's going to make everything matte. It's going to make everything flat, not shiny. Here comes, I'm going to have to lock the babies out when I start gluing. And then, nope, you can't go over there to the water in the cords. And at the end of the day, after I'm completely finished with it, I'm going to high gloss it. So it's going to be glossy at the end. So there's going to be times where it's going to be, some is going to be shiny, some is going to be glossy while I'm working on it. But I know that at the end, I'm going to, see, this is just some paint swatch there. I'm going to end up high glossing it at the end. So it's all going to be glossy at the end. So you can see where I'm going with this one. Hi, Connie. Happy hump day. Let's see. Here's another one. See, I've painted out the background. Now, you don't have to paint it out black. You can paint it out white, green, blue. You know, you can just make it work for your world. This one, we started doing a little wisp around. Let's see if I can find this one here. All right, this is page. You find it in the, so you can see what it looks like before. Okay. So this is what it looks like to start. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Sammy. Hiya. Go back to my bits and bobs. I'm sorry in a bit. I couldn't say. Oh, thank you. Okay. Good morning. Anybody else I missed? Okay, so this is what it started as. And this is what we've got so far. All right, let's see. The next page. This one is in progress too. This is the one with all the cats in it. You know, Norma sent me a little mini book of cats. So we cut them all out and put them in different places in the book that we haven't finished. We haven't worked them all in yet. But this is what happy hump day to you too. And so this is what we got so far. Hi, Pamela. If I miss anybody, I'm not trying to miss you. I'm just, you know, kind of flipping here. So we do have cats put in different places in this book. Like this. Got that cat there. This is, it's not glued down yet. You tack it, just tack it down. Just tack it down until you're ready. Let's see, 82. Let's go over there. Until you're ready to glue down and decide. All right, so this is what this one started out as. So I just didn't want this here, with this part of the world. And so this is what it looks like so far. And again, see how some's shiny, some is paint, but it'll all end up being glossy when it's done. I do too. I love the cats, Mama 4. So this looks like it's jumping into that world, right? Okay, let's see. Do we have a few more here that are worth showing? Okay, here's one. Let's see. This is on page. And find the next page so I know 105. We've done quite a few, I would say. And I also have a couple other abandoned type books. These are just all the ones I have by Kieron Connolly. So, oh, good. You're doing yours with lizards, Connie? Yeah. All right, so this is what it started out as. This is what we turned it into. And this one has been varnished too. See, so the whole thing will be shiny and varnished when I'm 100% done. But don't varnish it till you know you're done because you can't really go back once you've varnished it. This one I just started a little here we go. This is just what this was here, like this, and then just added this little bit so far. Let's see. This one's in progress. Oh, got a little bent ear there. So that one's, we're working on that. There's Petra. Oh. Again, just kind of getting some ideas laid out. See, look, they're not glued down. They're just tacked down with the glue stick. I probably need to prop it. Hang on, let me get something to prop this up. Because of the lighting, I need to prop this up just a little. So it takes a little bit of the glare off. Hi, Gracie. Okay, so let's see here. See, look, we got cats. A lot of cats in this book. Oh, my goodness. That would be a fun one. Let's see. Okay, here's one that's done. And that would be page... Try to get right to it so I don't have to flip page by page. Let's see. Okay, so this one started out like this. I know, right, Gracie? I love the cats. Thank you, Pacola. And then here's what we turned it into here. I think that's the right one. Wait, that's not the right one, I don't think. Oh, no, wait a minute. I don't think. Maybe it is. Maybe we changed it that much. No. Wait a minute. Let's see. This was page 133. Let's see here. Okay, let's go back here. All right. Here we go. Sorry, guys. Here's what we started with on this one. Hi, G. And then this is what we turned it into. This one has a lot of detail. This one did take us a minute. Then there's the cat. Now this one, I haven't done that much to yet. So it's still, but you know, we're playing with all these cats. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I love this one. Maybe we'll do something fun with this. I kind of like that one. Let's see. This one, cat herding the horses. Yeah. Let's see. This one I've just painted out the bottom. Again, another demo to show how to start it. And then this one's a catnado. Let's see, where's that one? This one's catnado. Let me try to find it here. Here we go. This one. How can you? Yeah, Kimberly. So yeah, lots of cats in this one. This one. And they're just kind of tacked down. Started doing a little river of stars right there. This one will be all filled in with a universe right in here. That might be a good one. I got the hiccups. Let me get another sip of juice. And I do have a little mini project if we have time at the end. This one, look, all the hands reaching for the cat. If we have time, I have a little mini project to do at the end. So we'll see. I don't think there's any done right in here, although there may be some cats glued down in here. Yeah, I got this cat right there. He's just tacked down. Hi, Light and Laughter. It's been a while. Good to see you. Tanya, I'm sure I'm missing some people coming in. Thanks, everybody. We're going to work in some abandoned books today, or abandoned places books, I should say. Oh, I do like this one. My Easter Island. Here, let's get over there. And this one's been varnished, so it's complete. Let me flip over to it. Okay. This is what it started out as. Hi, Scoops. Good to see you. And Scoops, I'm sorry. On Monday, when I was scrubbing through my chat to see new people and who I might have missed, I missed saying hi to you on Monday. So, hi, Scoops. Hi, Rick. Don. Anybody else I missed? And then here's what we did with it. I really like the way this one turned out. Yeah. Okay. So, and I already showed, if y'all, want to see, and here's some ideas. I showed how if you want to do ideas, how to do that. Here's some more cats. Some people don't like to just dive right in. So I showed how you could make some little thumbnail ideas if you're afraid to just jump right in. So go through your book and just number your pages and just sketch out, just, you don't have to sketch anything fancy, just enough so you know how it looks. And then you can just write down some ideas. So if you're afraid to jump right in your book, do you some thumbnails like this. They don't have to be anything. Just little quick sketches, just so you know, I want some stars here, planets here, path, space below this waterfall, a pool with fish, add chess pieces, whatever, just, if you're afraid to just jump into the book, sketch some down. Bye, Gracie. Thanks for stopping in. Try that. Try that if you're afraid to just jump in. All right. So now I showed you abandoned civilizations, abandoned castles, and abandoned places. So now we are going to pick a page. And like I said, I had one. Oh, I actually had two. Let's see. Let's go here. It was toward the front. I really liked this. See this one right here? I'm going to turn these into chess pieces and a chessboard. So this kind of sketched it out a little bit there. I never feel like I have to complete a page before moving on. Some days I don't really. Here's something you can do if you don't feel inspired, you don't feel like your art's speaking to you or whatever, then just go in and get you, some. I just use black paint. That's just the quickest for me to get rid of edges and things. And you will need to, put some wax paper between your pages, because otherwise you will glue your pages together if you go all the way to the edge. If I go all the way to the edge here with black paint, it's going to, I'll glue my pages together. Let's see, let me move this over. Where's my camera? Let's see, right here. Let's move my camera. Oh, no, not that way, this way. Let me get centered up here. And just go through the whole book. Go through your whole book and just do that. Just spend some time going through the book and getting rid of edges. If you're uncomfortable, let me find this page here so we can compare it at the end. Okay, so let's set this aside. I do have a big bucket of collage stuff right here. It's more wax paper. I don't know that I'll use these, but I do have these little Dino Wakely little things, maybe, because I have them, so I should use them, right? And then this art from nature. Janet, I did cut half the pages down so that you could have some, and I put them in an envelope. So this is a wrapping paper, a book of wrapping paper, and gift wrap paper. I got something blowing around over here. And so I got this to use in collage. Janet and I split a couple of different styles here. So I might use some of this. I really like this because I like some of the colors. That might be good. Gold and greens. I'm kind of liking that. So I'm going to pull that. So I have that. I have my Skulls and Anatomy, what do you call it? Clip art book. Maybe I might use a skull or two. We'll see. And then I just have piles and piles. This is a whole bin full of collage here. So it's just piles. And I've gone through this. And this is kind of the most, I would say, the most time-consuming part. And is to go through your collage stuff and pick things out for the piece you want to use. All right, so let's see. Let me move this down here. And so the first thing I want to do, though, is get rid of the edges. And in this case, I'll probably still use black. You can always go back over things. You can paint over, with acrylic paint. And I just use regular craft paint. I like Americana, but whatever kind of craft paint. And I have I got my little palette knife, a card scraper, and let's put some acrylic paint. And then I always make me a little bucket of stars. So I make my bucket of stars in a little juice lid here. And let's see, let's get started. Oh, the other thing, let me just show y'all what I'm using. I use golden matte medium to glue my collage. I'm not gluing collage yet, but that's what I use. And I put it in a dish soap bottle, so it's easy. You can just easily squeeze out what you want. And so, yeah. Hi, Lynette. So got that. I'm sure I'm missing some things coming in and going. So thanks, everybody, for being here. All right, so let's get just an, decent sized paintbrush, get it wet. And I'm just going to paint the edges. It just gets you started by painting the edges. Are we close enough, guys? I think so. I think we're close enough. I'll leave it there for now. All right, so let's see. Is it bright enough? Is it light enough? There we go. All right, so I'm just going to start. And what I like to do is just get some edge. And also very important is baby wipes. I use Huggies Natural. Don't get things with soap or aloe or all that. Just get the plain old natural. But you're going to use a lot of baby wipes. You will use a lot of baby wipes. So what I usually do is while the paint's wet, start on one edge at a time. Let me get a baby wipe because I'm going to need it right away. And I start blending. So I start blending, and while the paint's wet, you can, move it around. Now, once it's dry, unless you have the matte medium on first, once it's dry, you cannot move this acrylic paint any longer. So if you're going to do these edges and you want to do some blending like this, you want to do it while it's wet. That's why I'm doing one side of a page at a time. And just kind of blend and wipe, like that. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do on the sides right now. Okay, let's do the other side. Now, if you have matte medium on there already, then you're going to be able to manipulate the paint a little more, even though it might be dry. But once acrylic paint dries on these pages, unless you have matte medium on it, you're not going to be able to move this like this once it's dry. So I'm just going to kind of decide where I want it, how much I want of an edge, and then just keep playing with it. That's good for now. And you will get messy. if you're doing it the way I'm doing it. You don't have to, but I'm just saying the way I do it, you're going to use a lot of baby wipes. And you want to, when you're manipulating your paint, if you just want to move it, you're going to need to come to a clean spot on your baby wipe. Otherwise, this is wet and you're going to be just smearing. You're just going to be moving black paint. If you want to clean some of it off, you need to find a clean spot on your baby wipe or get a new baby wipe. Now, I've done, hundreds of these, so I'm going pretty fast. But you don't feel like you have to go fast when you're doing this, other than keeping your paint wet, at certain points, then you don't have to hurry. You can stop and think about it. Okay, so I'm going to move these for now, because now that I've got the paint around the edge, I'm not worried about gluing the pages to the next page, right? That's the thing you have to kind of consider. All right. So let me dry this. A heat gun is handy because you have to dry in between layers. But acrylic paint dries pretty quick, guys. It dries really kind of quick. So while you're doing it, I've done so many that I can kind of visualize something all the time. But if you're just wanting to really think about your world, what you want in it, how you want to change it, take your time. Don't feel like you have to get this done in 2 hours like I do on stream, right? All right, so now let's see here. Let's move this out of the way for a minute. I did want some of these. Um, a couple things about using your collage and cutting. This is a half sheet. These sheets in that Pepin uh, gift wrap paper book are twice this. You know, this is half the sheet. So when you get these, there's a whole nother side to this. This is the bottom half. I cut off the top halves of all of them to send it to share with Janet. All right. So a couple of things when you use collage. If you really want it to sit on top of whatever you're doing, here, let me just cut this out to show you. If you want it to sit on top of what you've worked on, then you want a fussy cut. Okay, so for instance, if I want this after, well, a moment here, let me just do a little bit here. You can fussy cut it if you want it to sit on top of everything else you've done. So if I wanted to put this coral on top of the black and on top of other parts of the image, then I do more fussy cutting. But if you're going to continuously paint in and add more paint and more blending, it's better if you tear your edges. Torn edges are easier to blend in with paint than cut edges. They just are. Let's see, anybody say anything? Hi, everybody. Thanks for everybody. Hi, Amy, Wolfie. Who else am I missing? Thanks, everybody. All right, so like if I want this here, see I have it fussy cut out. Or what I could do, let me give you an example here. Let me get one of these edges that's, not a full one so I don't waste one. Okay, so let's just say I wanted this. I wanted this to blend in and I didn't have it fussy cut. I'm just going to show you how it's much easier to blend when it's torn, because a torn edge will blend in better than a cut edge. So let's say I wanted that here, then if it was glued down, then I can just paint this out, see? And because it's a torn edge, it's going to blend in. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean, Vern? So you can do it either way. You can either glue it down with matte medium and then fussy paint in, right? Or you can not have to worry about painting it in, just fussy cut it out. All right. So either way, whatever you like. Yeah. Thanks, Scooby. I'm going to put these in. But before I'm just kind of laying them out. I'm just kind of gathering my collage fodder and just kind of seeing what I want to do. And I do have a book propped up here to keep the glare off a little bit. If it lays flat, we have a glare. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. I like this little guy here. And again, I'm not really, I can blend this in with paint any place that I don't 100% fussy cut it like perfectly. So I'm just kind of getting close. I'm just kind of getting close. Like this. Now, what I will be doing before I glue these down is I'm going to make a universe around here. There's going to be stars and shooting stars and planets and things going on around here. Okay. But I'm just laying out right now what I want to do. Okay. Let's see what else. And people always say, why don't you make copies of that? I personally, this is just me, I don't like to make copies of anything. I like to use the original. So I like to use the real wallpaper or the real gift paper, the real books. Hi, baby girl. I hear you meowing. I don't know. I'm going to have to probably lock y'all out, though. Just saying. I just like using the real, the originals, I should say. I like using the originals. Okay. Twyla. Who else am I missing? Kim K. So I'm going to kind of make this maybe kind of a little bit of undersea and space. Oh, no, can't get up there in the paint. Sorry, baby. So let's see. So any questions or anything? Who else likes to do collage and or abandoned books? Anyone? Hi, Julie. Wonderful Wednesday to you. Happy hump day, everybody. I do like this little bit of whatever this is from something. I don't know what this is from, but I like it. We'll see. All right, let me stick with the coral stuff for a minute. Maybe I'll put some of this on the edge, or I can put it. I don't know if I really want to go all the way around with it because I want stars and things up here. Kind of want this down at the bottom. You're working in an abandoned castle, Melinda? Don't you love it? Isn't it fun? I love my abandoned books. I just think it's so cool to, make a world out of an abandoned world. Thank you, Twyla. It's coming along. It's coming along. And again, if I get done with this, guys, I do have a little mini project that I want to do. Let's see. Do I want this? Down there. This might be a little too much. Okay. Maybe I like it better this way. I don't want to go too far up. Maybe that. Thank you, Janet. All right, that there. Maybe just another one or two. Let's start this. I don't want the same one as that. Here, this one. So I'm just tearing it out, guys. You can do either one. Tear it, cut. But again, it's easier to blend with paint if you have it torn. All right. So I don't want to cover up this little door here because I have a little plan for that. It looks pretty good. Kind of like that. Just barely overlapping there. And you just kind of look it over, if you want to let it sit overnight. Let me trim this perforation off though. If you want to sit, look at it overnight, or don't glue it down till you're pretty sure how you like it. And if you have any overhang, you can always cut that off after you glue it as well. You did inspire me to start an abandoned place project, but I'm a novice. Well, if you were here at the beginning, Nikki, sorry, let me take a sip of juice. I did flip through my abandoned places, my abandoned castles, and my abandoned civilizations. So you can see, and that's just these. I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4 other books that I've worked in that are abandoned as well. But these are all Kieron Connolly. And so I just thought I would work all in these today. All right, now I think, do I want a little bit of something like that? No, I have to get my clocks out. All right, here's just a little bit of something. Just a little bit of something right there. Okay. I don't know if I need it. Maybe right there. Right there on the edge. Okay, I'm going to stop on that. All right. Sorry, guys, about my voice. I don't know. Some days it works better than others. All right, now I do want some element of time in here. I think I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. So again, I have, I'm going to put my matte medium in a tray here, coffee lid. And what's just nice, you just pop it and squeeze out as much as you want. You know, you don't have to get too much or too little. You don't have to worry about, you know, getting the lid back on. And, you know, you always want to put a baggie on your lids, though, so you don't glue the lid to the jar. You know, that's very easy. I've done it. No, I don't think we're looking down in a pit. I think we're looking at it like this, Rick. But wait, we're not done. Wait for it. Okay, and then also my glue brushes I have a designated bucket of water just for glue brushes, and they stay in the water all the time. They're the only brushes that I keep in water all the time. I probably do want to put a little bit, because I'm right on the edge. Let me get a little piece of wax paper here so I don't glue my book shut. Let's stick that under there. Okay, just a piece of wax paper while I'm gluing. All right, so, and oh, another thing is if you want to lay out every bit of collage before you start gluing and you're afraid you're going to forget where things are, take a picture. Take a, hi faithful girl, take a picture of it with your phone, and then you won't forget where things are if you're worried about forgetting where things go. So when I glue with the golden matte medium, I put it on the base, on the back, and on the top. I know it seems like, well, do you really need all that matte medium? Well, it's not so much that you need that much, but that's what keeps you from getting wrinkles. So again, base, on the back, and over the top. And then after you do that, before it dries, then I just take my card and kind of make sure everything's mashed down well. Okay, like that. And it dries clear. It might look a little milky while you're working on it, but it does dry clear. Okay, so let's keep going down here on the back and on the top. Here. I know it seems like a lot, but you won't get wrinkles if you do this. I've had people, you know, say, "Well, I get wrinkles." Well, did you put matte medium on all three? You know, the base, the back, and the top. Well, no, I just put it on the base and then just put some on top. Well, I'm just telling you. Trust me, I've done enough of these. I can tell you, it's gonna wrinkle if you don't do that. Not every time. It's going to depend on the paper too. You know, it will depend on the paper. Whoops. Okay, let's move this now under here. I don't want to glue this down. Oh, what do we have down here? I don't know. I don't remember. I have this one. No, that one was on this. This was the one on the bottom. And while it's still wet is when you want to take your card and smooth and smash. Smash it out. Okay, I don't see any questions or anything. I'm going to keep rolling here, guys. All right, let me just put a bunch of glue over here. Let's see, did I want that here? Did I have it? I don't even remember. I didn't take a picture. I'm not too particular here. I think I want that one there. So I'm overlapping a little. I want that one. Let's see. Do I want the orange? I think I might want the orange one there. so that they kind of connect up into there. And then this one. And then I want this one up here. I have them going farther up the page, but I think I like this better. I think I want that one a little bit off the page. Put some on the back of that. I'll remember, let's do. Like that. This one needs to move up. And while it's wet, some papers you can pick up like this and move. Some you won't be able to do that. That's good. If it's like a magazine page, some magazine pages are very thin, especially fashion magazines. Fashion magazines are the worst for for trying to play with and manipulate because they're so thin. But you know, they're the cheapest too. Mama, before I got my Amazon places for on Amazon for, I mean, my abandoned place on Amazon for 11. Don't forget to look at used books. It looks brand new and dust cover not torn. Yay. Okay, so let me go ahead and just cut this little edge off here. There we go. All righty. And don't put your glue brush if you have a bucket. See, like I have this bucket here of my water. I have the paintbrush that I'm using for the black paint in one side, and I have the clean water on this side. But don't put your glue brushes in with your regular water that you use or your regular brushes, because they'll get gluey. And my glue brushes are totally separate water bucket that they sit in. All right, so let's see. Let's dry this real quick. Just I just kind of want a little bit of that coral around the bottom. Okay, now we can start playing with a little bit of detail, and while I'm kind of going through here and looking at more collage. I have just, buckets of collage stuff. I know I need a watch part. I need, I don't want any of this circus stuff. I want a watch. Don't want blue. Oh, here's a good one. That's a good color. I like this one. And I always put in my own watch hands at the end of it. I draw those in with a Posca, a white pencil. So I'm going to want that here. So after I'm done painting and collage and everything, I'll do paint in details. Like my watch hands will extend out. All right, let me kind of keep up with chat. Mark Dade, last king of... Hi, Mark Dade, the last king of Scotland. Welcome. I don't know, some people's names just they tickle you to. Okay, so let's see. What else do I want to add? So you just kind of have to, and again, this is a part that usually takes you the most thought. Like, what do I want to put in here? Do I want, like, here's a little bug. What's that little bug? Some more bugs. Birds. Typewriters. These are out of different. These are out of the different magazines that come with collage papers for you to use. But I think instead of another, I think I want another. If I'm going to add another piece of floral and fauna, I want it to be some more of this stuff. You know, I wanted to coordinate. I haven't used that one. Okay, I think I'm going to cut this one out. Maybe that's too, yeah, maybe it's too big. Maybe not. Let me think a minute. I'm looking it over. It doesn't have to be this sheet either. I got a whole book. All right, where is it though? Here it is. Let's see. All right, so I like some of these little ones. Let's see. Maybe I want to keep it in the color family. So, I like the octopus too. Okay, so we're going to pull this one, maybe these bugs. I'm going to pull these 3. You know, you buy this stuff to use, you want to use it. Just saying, right, Janet? You buy this stuff to use, you want to use it. All right, so I like the idea of this. No, I like that one. Oh, no, I like that one. Okay, we're going to go with this one. All right. Again, this wrapping paper, here's what the cover is. And there's different ones. Art Forms in Nature. They're by Pepin. If you go on Amazon, there's all different ones. I don't know, 5 or 6 different ones of these. Yeah, you can use dictionary. You can use anything. Okay, so anyway, there's all different ones of these. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, and I'm going to, I'll paint some of this in if I don't get it close enough. Let me give you a couple of collage cutting tips. You want to move your paper, not your scissors. I know I'm not trying to be condescending to anybody like, oh, everybody knows that. Well, you know, I have people say, oh, I'm so glad you told me that tip. Turn your paper, not the scissors. The other thing that you want to do is if you have some areas that are real tight, let me show you one. Let me finish this first and I'll show you. What is it, baby girl? I hear you. I know you want up here with your mama, but you know, I can't let you get into the stuff. Okay, so I think I'm going to paint around most of this. But let me show you what I mean. Let's just get around the edge here. You can either paint it in or cut it out. You know, and you just kind of learn and play around, see what works best for each piece. Okay, so for instance, let's just say I wanted to cut the white out of in here. Okay. See the white on the inside there? Rather than try to poke your scissors in there and cut that little area out, just go along an edge. Go along an edge and just cut right into it. When you glue it down, no one's going to be able to tell that you cut that edge. So it's much easier to do that. See, and you can't even tell where I cut in. So if you want to get in tight places, just follow a line and go right in. And do it that way, rather than trying to poke your scissors into that little spot. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, the rest of these I'm just going to paint in so I can show you both ways. But where I want him to go is up here. So see how it's white and I'm going to want it to be gold. I'll paint that in. But you can do whatever you want to do. You can either paint it in. Now, I don't know if I want it sitting over because I do have to do my watch hands. Well, I'm going to go for it. And if you can, avoid getting, I see this one's going to work. It's not going to work that way, but try to avoid gluing down right on the crack. I'll tell you why, or right in the spine, or right in the ditch. The reason you don't really want to do that if you can help it is when you're opening and closing your book a lot, that's eventually going to wear. You can glue it okay. You can glue it down okay right there, like where it's going over the ditch. See how much has gone over the ditch? But when you're opening and closing your book a lot, eventually that's going to wear. It's going to wear right there. So, just it's best if you can. If this was any bigger, if this was half the octopus, I would have cut him in half and glued it here and just got it as close to the ditch as I could, but not like fold it over the ditch because that's going to wear. It's going to wear out eventually. Hi, Devin Rex. All right, so I like that. I might want a little bit of a watch part on here. Let's see what I can find in the watches. I have a bunch of them in here. I also have a stack of watches in the watch magazine. So it might be easier just to find that. Oh, I like that right there. Don't know what that is, but I like it. And I got stacks of jelly plated tissue, or not tissue, but deli paper. Jelly plated deli paper. See, like this. That's pretty, isn't it? I like that. I don't know. I might. Bigger side on here. Don't know. Kind of like that. But I do want to have room for stars too. I want to have stars and a couple of planets. So maybe just a minuscule amount of that coming in like this. Okay, let's see. I want a little piece of a watch. Small one. I might have to get out my watch magazine. It'll be quicker than digging through this. Oh, wait. I think I got something here. I don't really want the blue. Okay, I want this size, but that has blue in it. I don't want blue. What we did here. Okay, here's some more. Ah, here we go. All right, let's see here. You can cut these down any size you want, right? I mean, littler if you need them to be. Okay. Looks like it's part of his head. Could be just a bit smaller. I'm going to cut just a little bit more off. All right. I'm going to need a little bit more of that medium there. Okay. Night, Nikki. Thanks for stopping in. Sleep well. If you have any questions or anything, put them in caps. Okay. Let's go ahead and glue these down. Gotta wait for it. We'll meld our world together soon. Hi, Lisa. Oh, just looks very wise with his watchy head. Thanks, Seeley. Hi, Pink Rose. Let's see. Shelly Alfred, good morning. Welcome. I think I said hi to little sister Cheryl. Okay. I think I'll go ahead and get my bucket of stars going, and because I can always add more, can continuously add, and keep building. But I do like this color here for some planets. So let's cut these marbles. These will make good planets. Of course, we can always paint and draw our own planets in too. But I might like just a row of these. I think I don't line the planets up too much unless they have an explosion going through them. But let's see. Cut that one down, maybe up here. It. We'll see. I think I'll cut this one down too. There we go. Kind of coming out of there. I like them flat at the bottom there. Then it looks like they're kind of coming out of the top of the building. It's been a while since we've done some abandoned places. All right, let's see. Let's get them set on here. And then I'll smash them down a little. Let's bring that one down a little. This one up here a little. Okay. I know there's a little bit of a glare there. Oh, it's wet. Gotta make sure they're grounded. Let's dry. Thank you, Marie. Okay, what else do I think I might want? Let's go and do our bucket of stars. So I just get a little thing here. Add a little bit. Again, it's all just Americana craft paint. I'm going to probably, well, that's a little bit more than I need. But, and then I just add water. And a kind of any kind of a brush that's soft or fluffy. That one may not be fluffy enough. Let's see. Oh, let's get up here and look. Just want something small. That one's pretty small and fluffy. And then just kind of mix in, get my bucket of stars. Sometimes I use bigger brushes depending on how much space I have here. All right, so I'm gonna spot. If you get it anywhere you don't want it, you can wipe it away because you got matte medium over all this, right? So because of the matte medium, that gives you a little bit leeway. Whoops, that was a little splotty. That was too splotty of a star. Let's give it a little bit more water. Look, too big. Don't want it that big. cap off a little. There we go. And if I go back with paint and cover any of this, of these stars up, then I can just go and add some more. You can either do it like this, do it star by star with the Posca or jelly roll pen. I don't like that one. It's too big. Let's go a little small right there. There we go. All right, so there's a start. Let's put a little more down in here. Okay, there's a good start. Okay. Now, if you leave your glue brush out for very long, if I left this out for probably another 15 minutes, it's going to be hard as a rock. So, if you know you're almost done with your gluing, you probably want to put this back in your water bucket, your designated glue brush water bucket, not your paintbrush water. Hi, Deborah. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by on your way to work or before you go to work. I really want to dry these stars so my hand doesn't like get in it and streak them. All right, let that sit for a minute. I want to look at a few more things. Do I want anything else? I'm just kind of looking because my watch hands are probably going to come out of here and out of here. So it's going to be a kind of a little bit of a symmetrical type page. Hi, APG Jamie. I see that you did a whole bunch of videos for the Love Summer Art thing, I think it was. I need to go watch them. If y'all don't follow APG Jamie, she is a hoot. She's a hoot nanny, people. She's a hoot nanny. So follow APG Jamie. Let's see here. I'm looking through. See here. Look, see all my different clocks and watches. There's big ones, little ones. Let's see. I'm over here digging through my bucket of collage. And I just kind of look through and see what inspires me. You look through it and you're going to find something. You're going to find something that's just you're going to want to add. I got all kinds of jewelry parts. I think I'll just paint that in. I don't think I need any more edge there. But look at this. Look. Edges, those are always good for, I'm not going to use it on this, but I just want to show you. Look, these are borders and things from other pieces. Look, you can do all kinds of, things with your collage. If you don't want to paint backgrounds, then and it doesn't have to be an actual border that you have found. This could be a piece of scrapbook paper or two. You can make your own frame with scrapbook papers or gift wrap paper, and you can make your own little frames for it. See, here, let's get a glare off there. See, that would have worked as well, right? So just saying, don't limit yourself to, just what I'm showing you. Well, and anytime I add water or something, but I won't add it because I don't want blue in here. That's just right now. Okay, well, maybe I don't need too much more right now. Although I might make these into planets on their heads. Maybe I just find something like a little bit of that color. See, here's some different things I've painted over. That's not going to be big enough. Let's see, I don't want blue in there, so I don't know if I can get this without the blue. Let's see. Okay, a little bit more. Something like that. Oh, thank you, Lisa, for the super chat. Oh, good. Lisa says, thanks for your streams. I've been catching up. Thank you for the $10, Lisa. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Now, send me your address. I know I probably have it, but if you send it to me again, it's helpful to me. So I can send you a little thank you piece of art. Let's see here. Let me put my email in there. There you go. Yeah. I'm this month had been doing little watercolors. I have 3 more I got to get out, so you'll be before. So send me your address. I have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you'll be the 4th one that I have to finish doing little watercolors for. So thank you for. And I try to do that, guys. If you send me super chats or PayPal, I try to send you out a little thank you piece of art. I appreciate it. Okay, here's some. Oh, I like those clouds, but I could paint those in. Okay, I think we got enough. Let's dry this. Let's go ahead and get, because I do want to show you a little mini project. And if I finish this soon enough, I'll be able to do that little mini project for you guys. Okay, so I think I'm done gluing stuff down. I think this is good. So let me keep my bucket of stars. Let's put away the matte medium, and I will wipe off the excess glue off my brush, the matte medium, wipe that off, and then I'll put this in my bucket of, behind me, I have a bucket of water that's just for glue brushes. Okay, so let's put that away. Let's move all the matte medium. And again, what I'm using is golden matte medium. You can buy this size or bigger than this, but always when you pour some out, put a baggie on the lid so you don't glue the lid to the jar. All right, let's see. All righty. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how many little toy mice are in here. They bring me their mice when I'm working in here, and they bring me their mice because they're trying to get my attention or say, play with me, look at me. Okay, so I'm done with this. So let's move that out of the way. And there have been times, guys, when I'm going to kind of pile up my collage over here and see if I can close this lid. There have been times where after I have done all my matte medium and glued everything down, that I say, oh man, I need to glue this down. I'll just use a little Eileen's tacky glue and glue something else down, because I know I'm not going to be painting over it a lot or anything. So you can use a little tacky glue and just glue a little bit of something down if you miss something. But it's just so much easier. Come on out there. I think I have a paint booger in there. In this one. Okay, just a little bit. I might need more, but for now. And then maybe a little bit of a browner color. Let's see. Okay, let's go with this. Some burnt sand. All right, I don't need much because where I'm going with this, I don't need too much. And again, clean it off, paint, more baby wipes. You'll go through, I can go through easy 20 baby wipes in one project. I buy a pack of baby wipes at least once a week. What I do is I buy the refills, guys. I buy the pack of refills that come in a plastic cover, and then just take them out of the plastic and put them in here. So you don't have to keep buying these boxes unless you're using those boxes for some kind of storage or something. All right, now that little brush I have. All right. So I'm going to start a little bit of detail. Let's see here. Looks pretty good. Maybe a little lighter. Just a little. When you start zooming in, you start changing lighting and stuff. But I'll just change my settings. Let's see here. No, that's better that way. That's more true color. All right. Y'all buffering? I hope not. Yeah, that's Pacola made a point. If you're buffering, guys, go to your little wheel because it can change your settings back to 144. You know, so if you get fuzzy all of a sudden, go to your little wheel and make sure you are still in HD. Okay, because I'm streaming in 1080p, and or at least go to 720. I think that's what they are. Okay, so I'm going to get in here with a little bit of black. This is already starting to crust over and dry. I got a fan blowing on me, the air conditioner. Okay, so what I want to do here is start doing a little bit of detail. And this is for me, this is the fun part. The fun part for me is painting in the details and playing with it. But this is where I get in the zone. And, I like to take my time, but I really can't take too much time because we're streaming. So I try to kind of get crack-a-lacking. And I do want to finish this because I do have a little project I want to show y'all something where you can play. And I don't know if it'll work. I just had it in my head. I haven't tried it yet, so we'll see. Okay. All right, so let me get a little bit of, just a little darkness around the door there. And then maybe just a little extra dark in the little cove there. Let's get that a little rounder. Okay. Don't see anything in caps, so I guess we're good. What, Janet? Haven't had a knee voice. I don't even want to know. Okay, so now I'm going to go in here with some different and here, this is also when you use your magazine journals, guys. Let me prop this back up. One of the things, if you play with magazine journals and play with painting out things and blending things in, one of the great things of practicing in a magazine with your acrylic paints, it helps you to learn to blend and match colors. So if you want to, practice blending and matching colors, a magazine is the best, is an awesome way to do that. Okay. So if you want, I'm not going to ask Janet. I'll even come back to Janet. I know. I'm not going to repeat it. Okay, so now I'm going to just test a little, see, I'm going to get a little of this and a little of that. And I'm trying to match this background color so that I can just paint out instead of trying, cutting all these little tiny bitty things. I'm just going to paint them out with a small brush. And this is very relaxing to me, the little details. See how you can kind of just make it look like it's sitting on the same background that you glued them down to. I don't know, like that. I don't really like that either. I'm going to get rid of those two little legs up there. Don't feel like you can't paint out anything you don't like either. If you don't like something, if he's got too many legs, well, you can paint them out. I need a little tiny, tiny bit of water because this paints sit here and you'll see that, how it looks like he's Janet's such a hoot. Maybe a couple around the edges there just to make them kind of blend in. You can blend in just a little more. Okay. You'll see. All right, this looks a little too white and silver, so I think I'm going to water down. I'm going to do a little bit of a wash here and just go over this whole thing with a wash and knock it back. Maybe a little bit on some of this legs here, just so it's not so white. Just a little. There we go. That's better. All right. Now, I'm going to come down here. No, I think I'll go back up here. I'm going to go back up here. And I think I'm going to use my finger and just do a little bit of blend around some of these edges here. And again, I know I'm going over some of the stars, but I can put them back in. Splash some more stars. I kind of want this round here. A little bit around. There we go. Rather than squared off. I just think because everything's so nice and rounded, I think this would be good to be rounded off as well. Alrighty. All right, now I'm going to put a little bit more color. Let's see, I'm going to pick up a couple of these oranges here. Let's see what I want to do. Too much, too thick. Let's thin that down a little. I mean, less on the. Just patting it to get just a little bit of both the colors on there. So a little bit of purple in there might be good too. I might put some purple mist. I think purple space mist will be good. Okay, a little too much. See, I can wipe it back with the baby wipe because matte medium is over it all. So you can start blending things in with your paint. Okay. Orange in here. little black right there. Cover up that little bit of paper. A little bit more orange. Not too much, but just a little up in here. I think I'm going to go with some purple. So there's little hints of purple throughout. Okay, let's go over here. Get rid of any torn edges. Just blend them in. Blend them in with your paint. Hi, Pamela. Did you see I got matte medium? I don't know if I'm sending you the bill. Well, why? Why would you do that? Well, have you not tried it yet, Mark? Have you tried it? Mark got some matte medium. I'm asking if you tried it. Have you tried it? Did you get it with a 40% off coupon? Okay, I need a little, now I'm going to fix my stars up here so I still have my little bucket here. Little brush, just a little bit of, go back in here. Bye, Deborah. Thanks for stopping in. Not yet. Well, Mark, you're griping about it and you haven't used it yet? Ay, ay, ay. Okay. All right, let's dry this. Okay, now I want to get me some purple out. Let's see. Probably something kind of light. There's little hints of purple throughout this. Now what I want to do is get another, this one's got all my black and my oranges on it. So let's just get, this is all dry so I can just pile it up. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of purple and a little bit of white. And we're going to make some mist. All right, now what? And throw this one away. Get a fresh one. Yes, coupon, but small jar. This stuff. Yep, it is pricey. There were times, Mark and anybody, where because I love my matte medium so much and I use it so much, there would be times in the past when that would be the only thing I could afford. And that would be the only thing I would buy was my golden matte medium. But that was my most important supply. Just saying. I hear you. I know it's pricey. Of course, there was the time that I don't know if Golden still does it, but Golden did a like an artist help kind of program some years ago. Well, probably close to 8 years, maybe 9. It was when I first started streaming. And, you know, I use a lot of golden matte medium. And they had a thing where if you paid shipping, they would send you like extras cast. I don't know. They weren't old or anything. I don't know but they'd send you some. And you had to fill out a lot of stuff. You had to talk about your blog or your YouTube or how you used it. Did you teach? Did you show? Did you demo? You had to fill out a lot of paperwork. But for me, even if I got one free bottle of golden matte medium, it was worth it because it's expensive. And so I filled out all the paperwork, sent it in, and you leave your phone number. They called and said, okay, we're going to send you some matte medium. And you can request at the time, you could request other supplies as well. But that was really the only thing that I really wanted was my golden matte medium. So I sent them, I filled out all the paperwork and everything, and they called me up and said, we're going to send you some, the shipping, we're going to send you a box. They said, we're going to send you a box, and it's $25. Yeah, the old haul video. Yeah. Julie Topaz is kidding me because back in the day, 10 years ago, my haul videos would be one jar of golden matte medium. That's it. So anyway, about a week later, there was two big boxes. I mean, big boxes on my porch, and from the mailman or FedEx. I don't remember how they came now, but anyway, I'd paid $25 to have them shipped, right? And so anyway, what was it? I think it was a total of 24 big jars. 24. I'm pretty sure it was 24. It's been 8-10 years. Maybe somebody will remember. 24, not the little ones like I was showing you. I'm talking about the big ones, this big. And I can tell you guys, in the last 8 years, I used up all those. I used up 24 jars, big jars, in my collage work. 24 big jars I have used up in 8 years. And I did it was before I uploaded to YouTube. I've only been uploading to YouTube about 5 years. And, before that, I was on Ustream for, like 4 years before that. And it was back then. So those videos are not on YouTube. And yeah. And so everybody since then had called me Golden's Girl because I got all that golden matte medium. And honey, I've used every bit of it. Every bit of it. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a damp, that's just out of the pack. It's wet, it's damp. And this is how I make mist. Now, if I'm just making white mist, I mash it into the baby wipe and make mist with it. But today I want to add a little purple to it. So I'm going to make kind of like a light purple mist, maybe about like that. But the reason I do this is I'm mashing it. It's making it mash into the baby wipe, right? So what I want to do is I want some mist coming on. Right now I'm just kind of finding where I want it to be. Maybe, do I want it to come around this way some? Don't think I want it that thick or that heavy. Let's make it a little thinner. Okay, and then it'll come around and come behind there. I don't know if I want it that specific. Okay, let's play a little bit. Okay. And I'll go back in here with the brush or my finger and work with it. Right here is the most important part. Let me go to a clean spot right here. You want it small coming out of there. And then when you get up here, it's going to be bigger. Something like that. Now, let me give you a hint here. I said, well, I'm thinking in my head, I probably need a little bit of purple over in here. So I'll probably do maybe some space mist or something. But I thought about like spinning it around these statues. But here's the thing. You don't want it to look like it's coming out of his butt. Right? So, don't put mist coming out, So I'll just kind of put some, up in space here. Right? Something like this. Just to you know what I mean? You got to think about those things. I want this to kind of come and kind of, come around behind them, like, in between them like this. But I don't want it to, I don't want it. Oh, good, cat and paste. All right, so now we got a little bit of mist going on here. Let's see. Maybe I'll bring that down just a little. Now, I don't want to lose all my purpley red stuff. See, because it's solid covered with matte medium, you can wipe it away. I can wipe all that off right now. With the wet baby wipe. Okay, Yeah, we don't want arty farties. APG Jamie. Oh my gosh. Okay, so maybe though I do might want a little bit more down here on the bottom. So let's mix up a little more here. And maybe do I want a little bit of coming up here in the bottom? Maybe a little bit of purple down in here. Not much. I don't want it to detract, but maybe just a little bit of purple down in here. Just kind of feeling a little purple. I'm feeling a little purple. He would be feeling a little purple too. Oh my goodness, not quite that much. Okay. So now let's dry this because if I start at just keep adding layers on top of it while it's wet, it's just going to move it, right? I don't want to move it. I'm going to add some white to it now. Okay. Okay, I think I want a little bit, maybe a little bit of this purple. Let's add a little bit of water down here. Let's take a little bit of this purple and a little bit of this white and add some water to it here. Maybe a little more white, a little bit. There we go. I want some kind of lavender. I'm going to put some lavender splots down in here. Oop, too big. I don't want that big. Let's tap some off. I'm going to put a little bit of that lavender splots down in here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, we're gonna add some more detail here in a minute. Let's just, gotta do it one little step at a time here. And again, I have one little other small project I want to try. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, we're good. We got time. Good. Okay. That I thought of last night. I tell you, I write things. You got to write things down. I have a Post-it note right here. I'm not going to show you because I don't want to tell y'all what it is. But I have a little Post-it note written down right here that you wake up in the middle of the night with an idea. Just keep your Post-it notes handy. Keep them handy, and write things down when they come to you in the middle of the night. So we're going to try an idea that I have not tried yet. I mean, I've tried something similar, but not exactly. Okay. So let's dry this now because I don't want to drag my hand through those splots. Thank you, Pacola. Thank you, Cat and Pace. Okay, now let me clean my brush here. I want to get in here. I got a little bit of here. I want some paint that's not watered down. So here's a little bit right in here, white paint. And what I want to do now is get in here. And I could do this also with the Posca paint pen. You could do it with either one and add a little bit more finer details. Thin around the corner and a little thicker up here. And you can kind of feather it out with your finger if you need to, or your baby wipe. So I'm just adding a little bit more brightness to the twists of the smoke or the mist. A little hair right there. Just kind of feather it in there. Don't just make a flat line because it'll look too flat. Okay. Maybe I'll spin it. Do I want it to spin or do I want it to float around here? Too much right there. Okay. All right, now I'm going to go back with my little bucket of stars here. Kind of go right over my little smoky bits, but I don't want it on him. So I want it on the turning part here. So while it's still wet, see, I can just go in here and wipe it off. Same thing for down here. I might want a little bit on there. And I could go in there with the individual little Posca pen or gel pen and individually dot that. But, you know, a couple of stray little splatters, it isn't good. It's going to make it more in depth here. All right, so down here, a few more. That's too much, too much. A little lighter. Just a few. Because I already got my purple one, so this is going kind of on top of the purple ones. And there, and there. And I'll probably put up, I think I'm going to put a little bit of glow around the planets. Okay, right here, I don't like that bit right there. Too much. Okay. All right, let's make sure this is dry. Got to dry it if you're going to go back in here with pencil. Okay. All right. And then I still have my watch hands and a little bit more glow. Let's dry this though first. Oh, something about my mist. I missed it. I missed the mist, Jamie. But it's coming out of the room here. See? It's coming out of there and spinning out into space. This takes a minute to dry. I just don't want to smear it with my arm. Okay, so let's get a couple color pencils here. Let's see, I want my orange and a lavender. Let's see here. That's too light. Where's my, here we go. No, that's not the one I want either. I want this one, but a little, here we go. This one will probably work. Maybe one of these two. An orange. Let's get my big orange out. Okay, so let's see what I like. Do I want orange around these? What's going to look the best? Maybe half and half. So I'm going to put a little bit of a, where's my white too? Now, the reason I can go on top of some of this shiny paper, if I did not have matte medium on here, I could not put this pencil on this paper. This shiny paper, your pencil will not go on top of shiny paper. But with matte medium, you can do it. What is it, little princess? I hear you down there. What is it? Okay, let's see. Let's just add a little bit of this purple in there. Okay. little bit too much white. I want a little bit orange on top of that. Let's just have a minimal little aura around those planets. Not so much, not so thick. Just a little less. Okay, and then we can do a little something over here. And then let's get a Posca. Okay, then when that dries, I'll go, so they're not so harsh lines, I'll add a little pencil over this. Okay. Maybe something else right here. Let's add one more over here. You still with the tour, guys? All right, let me dry these. Sharpen my pencil. And just kind of let's feather this out just a little. I'm going to do my watch hands, and then I think I'm going to call it done. And hope we did Kieron's page justice. Okay, so I think I want a little bit of purple right in here. And maybe a little purple down in here. Top of this. All right. Now I just have to decide where I want the watch hands to generate to. All right, so let me get my ruler and just kind of look at it. All right, let's see. I think I might want to do a little bit of a glow. Let's see, where's my white pencil here? I might want to put a little bit around the top of his head. Let me go back over it with some orange and purple. A little bit of orange, just more purple here. Still with the tour, but Dee, we are watching your hands. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. Let's. All right. Now, let's decide. Okay. I'm not looking at chat for a second, guys. I'm kind of really concentrating on. This is a part where I'm sitting in my head going, shh, 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 shh. All right, now let's dry that. Nice. Oh, sharpen. Okay. Sorry if I miss anybody coming in or leaving. I'm just kind of trying to concentrate here. I'll show you the page in the book that's not, doesn't have anything, the duplicate book, where I can show you what it looked like originally. Okay. Okay. All right. I need just a little darker purple. I need just a couple of little areas that are shadow writing. Okay. All right, guys. I'm thinking that's pretty well done. Tilt it. There we go. A little bit of, it's going to flash out just a little. I'll take a picture of it and post it. Make sure Kieron sees it. He always seems to, he likes it. I mean, he seems to like it when we alter his pages. All right, let me show you the original. All right, this is what we started with. Here's the original. And again, we're in Abandoned Civilisations. This is what we started with. Do you think the octopus needs painted eyes? Maybe. Maybe, Pacola. And here's what we've turned it into. His eyes are very tiny in there. What do you think? Should I make them bigger? Some bigger eyes? We can do that. Okay, let's do this then here. He has little tiny dots or something there, but I think he needs bigger, rounder eyes. Let's see what we can do. No. So I'm trying to use the watch as part of the, where his eyes might be. And I don't, see, his eyes are down. Let me get a black Posca. His eyes are actually down here. See, now he's going to look too cute. He's going to look too cute. I can't, Pacola. If I could put big eyes on the kind of the side of his head. Use googly eyes. Oh my gosh. I have some somewhere, Jamie. I just don't know where they are right now. You guys, so funny. No, they're part of the watch. Those things right here were part of the watch. And I kind of set them there because they kind of look, right. But I just think I'm going to leave it. Just going to leave it like that. Googly eyes. If I could find some googly eyes, I'd put them on there just for you, Jamie. It would make bumps on the other side. That's why I don't do dimensional stuff. But there we go. So what do y'all think? Do y'all like it? uh, I could put a little bit. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe I don't want to detract from my. I don't want to detract from my stars up in here. But we could put a little bit of a. I think where the time is hitting them. That adds just a little touch. So yeah. So I'll take a picture of this one and the one that is, I'll put them together. I'll do a 3 pictures on Twitter and Instagram. I'll make sure to post a picture of the cover of the book, this one, and the undone one. If you want to call it that. All right, let's put these up. Pick up some paints here. Come on, guys, I gotta make some room. Okay. So yeah, I hope y'all like that. Now, for the little bonus, the little bonus project, and again, I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to try it. Let's put that brush in the water. I don't want it to harden up. I got to go downstairs though. I got to go get something. Hang on. So give me 2 minutes. Plus, let me get a little more juice. So let me put something here, just so we can. And here's how I do my. I don't do what do you call it? When you put a ghost image on it to try to protect your copyright. What's it called? I don't do that. What I do is when I want to, because anybody can, and they can remove that too. They can remove this. But what I'll do is I'll photograph it something like this. Watermark. Thank you, Judy. Judy, did you get your markers? Yeah, I don't put watermarks because they're easily removed. What I do is I throw some pencils or something on top of it because those are harder. Those are harder to get rid of. Let me tilt this up just a little more. There we go. So anyway, I don't know. Did you get your? I'm going to check Feltness. Okay, you should have got it by now because Mary got her package. I mailed them both on Saturday, so you should have had them. Anyway, so if you throw some supplies up on your art, it's less likely. It's harder to get rid of. It's not impossible. Anybody can Photoshop it out, but. Okay, I'm going to go downstairs real quick. Give me about 2 minutes. And then when I come back, I'll have the project thing I need. It's downstairs. Okay, so hang on, guys. I'll be right back. Give me just a minute. Okay, I had to make a pot of coffee because I had to use up some water. So let me cut off the label here. Oops, let's not turn it upside down. Cut off the label here. Try to shake out the excess water there. Now, I don't know if this is going to work. Already it's bending. I don't know. Let's stick that pencil and unbend it. Okay, so let's move this. If y'all remember a few years ago, and also usually every year, I do just what I did right there, collaging or abandoned or collage, altering. I do it every year on a pumpkin. Now, obviously, I can show you pictures of the pumpkin, and I didn't come prepared to do that. But I do it on a pumpkin every year. Let me go to my Instagram. No. There we go. I post them on Instagram. So let me kind of scroll back to last October. Come on, Instagram. Don't be slow loading. Yeah, it might be slow loading. I don't know why. Let's see. So every year I decorate a pumpkin. Here we go. So here's the one I did this last year. I did a Lord of the Rings pumpkin. This is a real pumpkin. It's about this big. Well, about that big. And here's the different sides of it. I think there's only 3. So I've also decorated masks. So here are some different masks that I've collaged. Okay, it looks like we kind of, do we flash out? No, that's okay. With everything you do, is there no need for that? The original is already so far gone. No, I'm talking about what I do with it, Anna. I'm talking about my art on it to protect you from any art you do, whether it's this or a art journal page or a watercolor piece or whatever, a color book page that you've colored. Throw some art supplies on it. If you're going to post it online, it helps protect the copyright of your art, right? When I'm doing like abandoned books or in Kieron's book, I show his book. I give him full credit of the book. I try to show the cover of the book or the original page so that Kieron gets full credit for the book, you know, and his original page. And I've actually cut out a page out of one of the books and mailed it to the UK to him via his publisher. And they framed it and set it up in their office. So, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Corner Lot Life. Okay, so here's some of the masks I've done with my collaging and my painting. I guess you just call it mixed media because there's some collage and then this is all painted, little people painted in there. And then, of course, all the water and the clouds, that's all paint. Then here's a little bit of a collage bit there. So anyway, this is a half mask. Then here's another half mask. I did these a few years ago. When I did these in 2015. There you go. See, I did these in 2015. So yeah, different collages. And then this is a full mask here. And they're just these plastic masks. You can get them at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. And then I varnished the outside anyway. I didn't varnish the inside. So you can see here. Painted little rivers and little waterfalls and mist and painted little waterfalls. So anyway, these are some of the, and again, I do a pumpkin every year too on the show. So, and they're recorded. They're back there somewhere. At least the last 3 or 4 years are. I'm trying to look for another one. I did a Star Wars one. I did a Star Trek one. I've done, well, anyway, they're on my Instagram. You can just go to Dee Dee Willingham or Inkywell, INKI, Inkywell, and follow me there. Thank you, Kathy. And while I've got pictures out, let me show you one more thing. I showed at the very, very beginning this morning. Here are the cats at the front door waiting. We have the chipmunk is back. If y'all remember, over the years, we have a chipmunk comes every spring or summer, and he comes. And so what we do is right above. Well, let me get something to point with. Right up on the porch here, I put sunflower seeds, and so we call him Chippy. Chippy will come up and eat the sunflower seeds, and he runs back behind the bushes and across the little thing. And somewhere he lives over in there somewhere. But anyway, it's like cat TV. Hi, great cat TV, Sharon. So I did a quick little video. Now you got to watch quick. You have to watch quick, because what Chippy is going to do, he runs out here and over here. I tried to wait long enough for him to come up here on the porch and eat, but you're just going to see him dash across there. But their little tails, they are rippling to get out and get that little chipmunk. Of course, I'm not going to let him out there to get him. But anyway, they like to watch him eat. He'll sit right here. He'll sit right there on the porch and eat. So if you look real careful, you might see him right there dart across. But he's not eating. But anyway, here we go. See it? Did y'all see it? It just went like right there. Look at them. Look how they're just like on edge. See, look how their body's going. Anyway, so I tried to wait long enough for the chipmunk to come and actually eat, but I had to start streaming, so I didn't wait. Okay, so anyway, here's my idea, and I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to try. So this is plastic. This is white, shiny plastic, right? These masks originally. But when you matte medium things, you're coating it with a protective acrylic. So this is not going to scratch because I've varnished it, right? So I'm thinking, let's try it on a water bottle. Let's try to do a little collage on a water bottle. If I matte medium it and then ultimately varnish it, it should be protected and not scratch off. Now, if you don't do that part, it won't work. So let me make some room here and squeeze out just a little bit of my matte medium here again. I'm going to squeeze out a little bit more. Get my glue brush again. And I'm going to try to do a little mini collage on a water bottle. I don't know if it's going to turn out. I've never tried to collage a water bottle. So we'll see. So the first thing I'm going to do, let's just go ahead and put a coat of matte medium on it. Okay, it's wet inside. Just poured out the water into my coffee pot, so I didn't waste the water. All right, but I'm going to collage on it too. But let's just go ahead and extra protect it, right? Give it an extra coat of protection. That sounded funny after what Janet said earlier. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, I think we have time to try this anyway. So I'm going to, now the only part you're going to have to be careful with is when you heat gun it. You don't want to melt your bottle, right? I think I'll just kind of set it right here for a minute. Let's just set it there for a minute, and I'll get out a little bit of something. Let's just get maybe. Okay, let's just look. I got this little piece of Japanese calendar pictures. Let's just roll with this. All right. Why is it flashing? What's going on here? Where's that glare coming from? It's got really bright there. Okay, so we're going to just use this just for our test sheet, right? So let's just kind of cut. Let's cut a little bit of these people. And there's a cliff there. And we'll kind of go. And also the bottle's got ridges. So another thing that's probably behooves us to do is to wet this paper. Make it a little malleable. And because it's going to go around a surface, you don't want to get this too big because it'll want to make, you'll have to dart it, put darts in it. So what I'm going to do is we're going to try, let's see, maybe I should put some paint for, yeah, I think I'll paint it first. And then let's just see about using some strips here. All right, so we're going to try this. Here's a tree right here. Let's pull that little tree out. Let's get this little guy up here. Some more trees. And then we'll just paint, I'll probably tear that into strips if I go around the bottle. And then we'll see what happens. We'll see if this works. Okay. All right. So let me just kind of hit this lightly with the heat gun. Keep turning it. Melting it might look cool too, but I don't know about the fumes. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and start with, I'll go ahead and do black because why not? It's just probably going to be the quickest. All right, let's see here. It's starting to get a little dry, a little crusty. So let's add a little bit more to it there. All right, so let's see. Now let me get my brush here that's been in the water till I clean it. And let's go ahead and paint the whole bottle black. Got too much water in it. Here, let's squeeze some of the water out. All right, so let's see what happens if we try to do an altered water bottle. See, this may be a way to save the environment from plastic water bottles. You art them. Everybody art a water bottle. Still wet on the bottom there. I didn't dry the bottom. Now do something about those. Oh my God. Don't get me started, Janet. Don't get me started. Okay. All right, I need to kind of rest this just a little bit. I have to put a little pressure on it, so. Let's see what we can make a little world on a bottle. Instead of, like a ship in a bottle, we're going to make a world on the bottle. All right. Did I get it all? All right, let's dry it. Again, I want to hold it kind of away and keep the bottle moving. It'd probably be best to let it dry on its own, guys. Keeping it moving, keeping it moving. Okay, it's pretty dry. Might have missed a couple of spots, but I think we're good. All right. All righty, let's see what we can do now. All right, let me put my brush back in the I gotta clean all my brushes in water. Now here's my matte medium here to make it more malleable. So I need to get a little here. Let's see. This is kind of pretty clean. All right, let's see what we can do here. Let's pour a little water in this. Not making a big mess here. All right, now let's see. Let's just try. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wet the paper so that it will mold to the bottle easier. You know what I mean, Vern? Rather than trying to force a thicker paper. See, it's already soft and malleable. Okay, so now let's put some matte medium on. Oh, look, it did wrinkle a little bit. I don't know, that might make it even cooler. Yeah, it's probably best to let this air dry. Don't try to don't try to dry it with the heat gun. Okay, so now I'm going to try to put a little more matte medium on the back here. It's pretty wet though, so I don't know if I can do that. So let's see what we can do. All right. So I'll probably tear it about there. And now I'm going to take and mold it into the bottle, right? You know what though? Here's the thing, guys. If water bottle companies, here's what we need to get on them. If water bottle companies would put people's art on the water bottles and make them collectible, what if they made their water bottles collectible? Then nobody would want to throw them away. They'd start collecting them with their art on it. You heard it here first, people. You heard it here first. Okay. All right, I'll probably have to dry it in between. Let's just kind of prop it up there. Right? So I'm just getting it a little wet here so it's malleable. Yeah, they need to make these art collectible. Then nobody'd want to throw them away. I wouldn't want to throw it away if one of you guys' art was on it. Right? And this is especially good where torn edges, like right here, that's a cut edge. It's not wanting to lay as flat as the torn edges are. Okay. All right. Janet, Denise would still make me throw it away. Yeah. All right. So let's see. I might have, shoulda, coulda, woulda used something a little brighter than this blue paper. You know, it's a little dark with the black, but we're gonna roll with it. See what we can do. I'm going to tear that edge though. I'll put some blue in it when I go to paint on top. Okay. Now I'm getting matte medium all over my hands, and this stuff is not easy to get off your hands if you don't have a craft scrubby or fingernail polish remover. Just saying. Okay, let's prop it up a little there. Okay. All right, let's see. This with a little basket right there, that's a good piece. Only just soaking it for just a second. I don't think I need any of that. Just enough to get it malleable, right? Don't y'all think that's a good idea, though? If bottle companies would just, I don't know how much trouble it would be. Print, make their plastic bottles have printed art on them. People could collect their water bottles. Working our way around. Scrub Daddy. Okay, Kieron, I don't know what that one is. I have a craft scrubby. I love that I just gets in there and yeah, I do. I just get in there. Okay, let's see. Here's a little tree. So let's get that piece wet. What else do I have? Well, here's some little people. Maybe right in here. Again, the torn edge is going to be easier to blend than a cut edge. So, okay. All right. Got tree on there. Okay, and then this little guy, let's put him up here. Okay. All right. First layer. Well, actually, the paint's the first layer, but all righty. Now, I think I'm done with the water. Because I don't think I'm going to put anything that big. I'm going to put little things on. Well, I better keep the water just in case. All right, let me move all this. I'm done with that. All righty. Paint your bottle contest. Yeah. Well, it could be collage, paint, whatever. But I'm just saying if the water bottle companies produced pretty bottles, art bottles, painted, whatever, however they wanted to decorate them. If they're all different and collectible, then people wouldn't throw them away. Well, Kathy, if you missed the beginning of the show where we did the art, we did an abandoned book page. Yeah, and I should varnish it. I should take a picture and then varnish it for you guys, just so you can see how to varnish a page. All right, let's get up some of this water here. Now, let's see if I can dry this a little bit without melting the bottle. Let's get a little excess off there. All right, let's see. All right, so let's see if we can, let's dry this. Carefully, turning. Oh, someone said it would raise the cost of the water. But if it was just a couple cents, I'd collect water bottles that had art on them for an extra 2 cents or something. I want to keep it moving because I don't want to melt it. Let's do a little extra wipe down here. All right, now I want to add I'm going to dry it a little more on the bottom here. All right, now that we got kind of a base going here, it's probably kind of hard to see on camera, but I want to now get a baby wipe and clean my hands off. All right, now let's go back over to my collage fodder here. Okay, I found a watch right off that. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Some of those little circus. Hang on, guys. I'm down on the floor. Some of those little circus characters might be good if I can get to them without taking too much time. Let me just sort through this collage bits here soon. Here. That one here. I'm just going to get like 3 or 4. This is just for the idea here. Okay, here we go. We got some circus. We got some circus peeps. All right, let's see. Let's try to just get this little girl in the air. Okay, oops. Here. Okay. I'm going to get them wet too, just to make them malleable. All right. All right, let's find a spot here, right here. Did I get it malleable enough? Because she's up here at the top where it's the most bendy. Let's see if I can get her to. She's flying in the air. She should bend. Hi, CB. We finished our main project, which was doing a double page spread in Abandoned Civilisations. And now we are, like I do my pumpkins at Halloween, collaging the pumpkins, and then also my masks. So we're kind of doing that. All right, let's see here. Let's cut this in half. Where's my scissors? Let's see. Let's get it wet. Be easier. Everybody go decorate a water bottle. Okay. What's that? I'll put the watch hands coming up. All right, here, let's get this little guy upside down. I really want that not so cut. And then maybe this little guy, nah, he's something a little more. Here we go. I'm trying to get all these little acrobats. Okay, let's put that one in. We'll blend them all in with some mist or a waterfall. Maybe they're under a waterfall coming down. There we go. Now we're cooking. I'm gonna put them all under a waterfall because it's water. Okay, let's put this little one down here. I need to get my matte medium back out. Let's put her down here. Okay. Need one right here. I don't want it to stick to my paper here. Oh, let's wet her. Let's get her wet. Hi, Shauna, Lisa, Janice. I know I'm missing people. Sorry, guys. I can't really reach out while I'm trying to do this because I'm trying to get it before, while it's wet, and then I got to dry it and keep it going here. All right, so I think that might be, maybe I need one more. Yeah, I think I need one more. Maybe right down. Yeah, maybe not, because the watch hands are going to come out there. That may be enough. Let's see if I have a little. Do I have a little? Ah, here we go. We got this little couple here. We got these little guys. We'll go with them. Okay, let's get them wet. Okay, I don't need this. Okay, I hope I'm staying in camera. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's do them right here. I think I've just enough that medium. I don't know, I might need to put a whole nother coating because it's a lot of water. It's really watered down with all this soaking the little individual pieces, right? So hopefully this sticks. If not, we'll put another coat of matte medium. All right, now let's give it a little dry. All right, so here we go. We got little acrobats going all the way around. All right, let's dry. Again, don't keep it moving. Let me just kind of mash in as I go here. Thanks, Cheryl. We're going to add some cool details here in a minute. Okay. Still got a few little bits that can, see right there. Let's get some more matte medium around the bottom there. Okay. There's a lot of water on those papers to make them mold. Okay. All right, I'm going to get rid of this water now. Let me throw that in the trash. Dump the water in the trash. All right, let's go and put the glue brush in the glue brush bucket. And now get a fresh baby. Let's move this. Get a fresh. All right. Making some space. All right. Well, we'll see what happens here. Okay, again, I have a craft scrubby to get that off. But to get that off your fingernails, guys, you really just have to have fingernail polish remover. And yeah. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to add some of that kind of turquoise color in there. So, see, it's not quite dry. I might have to do a little more drying. I don't want to start painting and lift everything off, right? All right, so let's see. Let's get a little of that tealy color. minty green. See, the base coat of the is pretty much gone. All right, so now let's do a little play. Let's get my little brush here. Let's see. All right, let's see what we can do here. We'll see how it might still be too wet. I'm gonna need some blue too. I'm gonna go with those two colors. All right. I'll try to kind of hold it up. Just gonna blend it out with your fingers. It's a little bucket right there. I'm not gonna try to make this a full-on piece of art because I don't have the time. But I want the idea. I wanted us to get the idea out there. We want to put a waterfall coming down over the top. Let's make that blue a little darker. Can y'all see me painting anything? Maybe I should zoom in here. Let's try that. Let's zoom a little. Lighten it up a little. Don't change that. No. I don't know if that helped or not. Just kind of them all meld together. Bye, Jamie. Don't forget, guys, to go follow Jamie and watch her projects that she did over the weekend. And she's just fun. So click on her name there and go over and follow her. Okay, more blue. I'm not even really cleaning my brush. I'm just kind of picking up different colors just to get them all to start blending together. I hope you can see something of this. There's little people all in there. I'm trying to keep it at the top and work my way down. And Oh, you got them, Judy? Oh, good. Now remember, if you were here when I did I think you were here when I did the demo. They're not, they're not real brush markers like our real brush markers, but they're good. They're good for just doing a little bit of play, So just FYI, they're not, they're just the Hobby Lobby clearance ones. But I wasn't going to use them, so I thought somebody might, and you said you wanted them, so. Well, I asked you if you wanted them, and you said yes. So, I hope you can use them for something. All right, let's just keep going here, working my way down. Whoa, that's too much dark blue. I'm going to add a little black to that. Okay, we're getting there, guys. I'm going to add some details here in a minute, but I got to kind of get it all based in. Get everything blended in, Oops, I'm going to lose her little body. There's more to the doing. I mean, there's more on here than you think. When it's like when I'm doing my pumpkins, you think, "Gosh, when is that pumpkin going to get all the way around?" Because there's a lot on a pumpkin. Let's see. You can use it as, yeah, I thought about sticking a flower in it. Yeah. I'll have to go get one out of a spot. I don't have too many, but I have a few flowers around. Okay, let's see. All right, let's dry this because I'm going to keep peeling up where my hands are sticky and I'm touching the places that I've already glued down. So let me go ahead and just hit this with the heat gun. Again, keep it moving. What are my thoughts on bottle art? You mean like this? I think if water companies sold art or decorative type water bottles, people wouldn't throw them away. They'd start collecting them. All right, so now let's see here. See, there's a little place here that needs a little bit more glue. Well, I'm going to coat the whole thing, but all right. So now let me get my bucket of stars here. We're going to do let's add a little more water. That's starting to dry out. Clean this brush. Do a little waterfall, a little bit of stars, maybe a couple of planets or something. A little bit more water in there, I think. And kind of wrap this up. Let's see. Too much right there. Put a little clouds, a little mist, a little waterfall. Don't want to cover up all my people. All right, let's dry that. And Michelle, thanks everybody for all the thumbs up. I'll make sure and post a picture of our finished, and I'll show it one more time here in a minute, of our finished project in the altered book, in the abandoned book. Okay, so let's see what I can do here. It's still probably a little wet. All right, let's see. Where's my watch here? Yeah, it might still be a little too sticky to do this. It's not quite dry. It's making my Posca want to quit working. I got to keep it working over here on another piece of paper because it's going over damp glue and paint. Okay. Let's put maybe a little. Well, I don't need to put too many. I'm going to put some water dripping down, so I don't need too much extras. Okay. Let me dry it again. Need a different kind of brush here. Oh. Need some white paint that's, well, maybe there's some in there at the bottom. There we go. Don't want it, I need the thicker paint there. Okay, I'm going to do this with a baby wipe. The bottle's a little, let's try a smaller brush, you know, because the bottle is bumpy. Use a baby wipe. Still at the tour? All right, now let's go ahead and take kind of mist this up a little at the bottom. To paint patterns on them. You can do lots of things. All right, so now what I want to do is have some water running down from the top. Let's get rid of that bump. There we go. Okay. Could do a bottle with washi tape. You just I don't know. You'd have to glue the washi tape. You couldn't just use the washi tape as tape. It's not, the bottle is all lumpy and bumpy. See, look, all those lumps and bumps. You'd have to wet the washi tape down just like I did this paper and glue it, matte medium it. I'm going to varnish this, guys, real quick. I am doing a little bit of a rush, but I wanted to test the idea. This could have been fire too. Fire. They could have been doing all their acrobats over fire. So we could put this in orange and red. That would be cool. Maybe I will add a little bit of orange to it. Let's just do it. Let's just add orange. Let's just see what happens. Why not? Put some orange and red down here. Then we'll put water dripping down the top. Let's get a little orange base. Go back in here with some red. All right, hang on, guys. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Red, maybe just a hint of some. Okay. Let's make that red a little darker. Oh, thank you, Anne. Anne, thank you for the super chat. It's A Colorful Life. Are you still planning on coming to Atlanta next month? Thank you so much for the $10. That's so sweet. I know you would let me know. I mean, I don't think you'd just show up at my door, but. Hi, Jean. All right, I got to make this quick, guys, because I want to do the water. Let me do a little bit of just a little bit of. I could take more time with my flames, but nah. I want to get this done. So we're talking about, if y'all are just joining us, Jean or anybody, that wouldn't you want to collect bottles if they had art on them? You wouldn't want to throw them away, right? So maybe water bottle people need to bottle companies need to put art on their water bottles so people will collect it. My daughter had to do that. Oh, we'll find something for you, Anne. We'll find something for you. Okay, let me go ahead and I want to get the water drips coming down, then I'll show y'all the project we did today. This was just a little supplemental something. Got to keep this moving. I really want to dry. I want to varnish it for you. But it's got to be really dry. It's usually best to let your piece sit overnight before you varnish it, just to make sure all the moisture's out of it. Okay, so real quick, I want to come back over here. Let's just go all the way around here. Could probably even just do drips. I could probably just put it on there and let it drip, spray it with water and let it drip down. I don't know. Let me give that a try. Let's put a blob of water on there. Let's see what we can do here. Let's try this. Ready? You kind of want them to be a little strategic because you don't want to cover up all your people completely. Just tapping it makes it drip, so. Let's get a little thicker paint in here. All right, there we go. Maybe a little more over here. Okay, there we go. Okay, we'll just rip it off the bottle. Jean ruining it with the drips. Okay, I know Jean doesn't like her drips. Okay, hang on. Let's dry this. Okay, I'm going to let this sit for a minute while I varnish the page we did today. And then that'll let this sit up for about couple of minutes. And then I can add a couple extra drips with the Posca so you can see where it's going. But I want to just sit up for a minute and then I'll hit it with the heat gun again. And then we'll varnish it. So, but real quick, because I want to show you how I varnish the pages. So if you weren't here in the two books I have, whoops, wait a minute. Let's make sure, let's make sure that this is, you know what, wait a minute. Let's just move this paper. Okay. So this is the book that we worked in today. I have one that's not worked in and one that is, still a little bit of wet. There we go. So, Abandoned Civilisations. Oh, I got to back out. Hang on, guys. We were really zoomed in for the little bottle. So, here's the book we worked in today. This is the page. This is the original page, what the original page looked like. We can zoom back in one. And this is what we did to it. So, there we go. So this is what it looked like originally. And here's what it looked like after we painted in it. So let me prop it back up so there's no glare, well, less glare. And I'm going to show you how I varnish it. Well, wait a minute. I got to take a quick picture because if I have it varnished, the glare is going to not let me take. Hang on. Let me take a quick picture of it before I varnish it so there's no shine to it so I can post it right away. Oh, I got to put a couple pencils on there. Hang on, guys. One moment. Let's see here. Maybe let's just put a pencil sharpener. Something to hold it there. It's going to roll. Okay. Let me sign it. Hang on. Okay. I know y'all can't see the whole thing. I just want to get a picture of it. Okay. There we go. All right. Now I'll show you the varnish. And let me get a foam brush. Okay. So how I varnish all my collages, whether it's in a book, art cards, whatever you see me varnish, I use the Delta Ceram Coat Gloss Exterior Interior Varnish. Now I do need to get some wax paper. Because you don't want to varnish your pages shut or glue them shut. So let's put, and you let this overnight, and this varnish has never stuck my pages together. I've never had my pages after they're completely dry. I've never had them stick together after using this varnish. Okay, so all I do is I put like about the size of a $50, and I give it like 2 sprays of water, and then I start getting it activated there, going or moving around, and then I just with a foam brush. Don't use a regular brush because you will have brush marks. But if you use a foam brush, you won't have brush marks. So I'm just going to go up and down, straight up and down. And then I kind of just go edge to edge. Make sure you don't have a big wad of it in the seam there. Okay. So I go both ways. Remember, don't forget that wax paper between. Okay, and then one last nice, gentle, light brush down. Just to make sure there's no excess, no drips. It's all smoothed out. And then I'll leave this sitting out overnight. Might give this a little tug there just so they're not glued down. And that is how I varnish my pages. So there you can see. And it'll be just that shiny too. It stays that shiny. So that's what it looks like when it's varnished. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to, oh wait, let's go ahead and let me make sure this is dry. And I'm going to varnish this bottle. The paint's a little thick there at the top, so I really want to make sure that's dry. You probably really want to make, set this aside for a couple hours when you got kind of thick paint on it. I'm going to try not to smear that paint. All right, now I'm going to take my white Posca real quick. All right, and I'm going to just do some of these drips a little more pronounced. Maybe a few more. Again, guys, this is just kind of our test. So just kind of keep going here. Kind of break up the I'm just trying to brighten it up a little. Sorry, I'm not really watching chat the last 5-10 minutes. Trying to get crack-a-lack in here. But thanks everybody for being here on Hump Day. Hope everybody's having a good day. Fun, artsy day. Hi, Pamela. Anybody else I might have missed? I know I miss people coming in and out. I do try to scrub through my chat later, and if there's new people especially that I might have missed, I try to go, check out your channels and things like that. Kind of lost my little star shine there. All right, that's good enough for our test. All right, let me hit it one more time. All right, so now I'm going to put a little bit of varnish on, just right down the middle. A little bit of water just to make it move. And we're going to just go all the way around. We'll start on one side and add maybe a little bit more on the back side. And just kind of give it a little shine here. And again, it dries 100% clear. It's a little milky at first. And I might be picking up a little bit of that white paint too. I don't know, I might be. But all right. And you don't want to hit this with the heat gun. You want to let that dry like by itself overnight. Okay, so I'm going to turn it up on end like this and put it off to the side. I'll put it somewhere where I won't knock it over. But I'm going to set it off to the side and let that dry and not let the cats get near it. Well, I got to find a place for it in a minute. We'll just set it there for now. So I hope everybody enjoyed the show. I hope you liked the abandoned civilization pages today. And a little test with doing a collage water bottle. Hey, Kate. Kate, did you get your little art that I sent you? I hope it helps you. I hope you watched your class watch some of the project. Hi, Cheryl. Okay, good. All right, guys. Well, I'm cleaning up as much as I can here till I go scrub. You're welcome. All right, guys. I will post pictures of our completed project on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter so you can see it, comparing one without anything done to it. So, all right, guys. Thanks so much. Thanks for all the thumbs up, guys. I appreciate it. All right, and thank you, Ann. Thank you for this. Thank you, guys, that gave me super chat. You're so sweet. And Ann, I'm looking forward to you coming. We're going to have all the grilled cheese you want, or Chick-fil-A. Okay, guys. Bye. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa, make sure you email me here. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Here's my email. Email me your address and I'll send you out a little art surprise. Grab it right there, Lisa. Thank you so much. And Lisa said, thank you so much for sharing beautiful art. Well, thank you for being here, Lisa. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Bye-bye.